Hey guys, I hope you're well in this time. Miss church a lot, miss you guys a lot, but I hope we're learning things and seeing some of God's goodness at the moment. Yeah, today I'm going to look at Proverbs 13:20, which says, "He who walks with the wise grows wise, but a companion of fools suffers harm." So at the moment, I feel like it's maybe more important than normal to be poured into by friends, by people who are mentors or leaders, poured into by wise people, and finding people who are different to us as well, who will challenge the way we think and we process, who will keep us accountable, and we know that that's really important. But I think especially at the moment, I'm sure that a lot of us are giving out quite a lot, maybe more than normal, in supporting friends and family who are struggling. And we know that we can't pour out if we're empty. You can't refresh other people if you're not being refreshed yourself. And with wisdom, obviously, first wisdom comes from God, and spending time with God in silence and solitude, in prayer, in everything we've been looking at really in the wilderness series, is so that we are refreshed ourselves, so that we're receiving God's wisdom, our souls and our hearts and our minds are being refreshed so that we can give out. But we need to seek out those relationships in which we're poured into as well, that we're not just giving out. And if you don't have a mentor or someone, then I'd encourage you to find one. But I think also it's been challenging me recently, because I think I often see myself as the wise one or the okay one in a friendship, and I tend to lean more towards like trying to fix people and trying to fix their problems myself with my wisdom, with wisdom that God gives me. Which is great, and that is such a gift, and I think a lot of us are probably in relationships like that. But actually I've realised for myself recently that maybe I haven't cultivated a depth of vulnerability in friendships of people that I'm really close to, but I am the one who will be the wise one and advise and be the okay one. But I haven't been okay over lockdown. I mean, in life normally I'm not okay all the time, but I've had really hard times during lockdown, and I've realised that I think in a lot of relationships I have been the okay one, so now I haven't humbled myself below them to go to them for wisdom as well, and I haven't honoured them with the wisdom that they have enough. And that's something that I've been challenged in and I want to grow in, is actually in my close relationships, seeing that God has put wisdom in them and God speaks through them, and I need to humble myself below them and learn to receive from them, which is really hard. And when I know that I go to God, and I do receive a lot from God, but I can also receive a lot from other people who I love, who God uses. So I take that as a challenge to us as well. How can we be learning to receive more from people as well as just giving out? Because we need to receive. We need to learn to receive if we are constantly giving out. And as well, when we're supporting people who are going through stuff, especially at this time, it can feel sometimes like you've got to have advice and answers and wisdom to give, but we don't, and wisdom comes from God. And when someone is struggling, it is for us to lift them to Jesus, to intercede for them, to admit that we're weak and we don't really have any advice right now. We can't do anything for people practically, really, but to trust that, for them to trust that we are really praying for them, and turn that pain into prayer, take it to God. And as well, knowing that's what Chris talked about a few weeks ago, that wisdom's actually in the words that we say and we don't say. Wisdom is keeping our mouths closed sometimes and not always having something to say, and that's also really important. And it's okay. It's so important for us to know that we don't have to say anything, but we pray. And we show people that we are praying for them and we're supporting them. Yeah, and I think finally just a challenge for us is that we all need someone who encourages us and who is wise and who pours into us as well as people we pour into. And I would encourage us to think about who are our people, who is our Paul, who is the person who pours into us and who teaches us and who is really wise and we just learn from. Who is our Barnabas, who we encourage, who encourages us, who we just go to needing love, needing encouragement, who just pours encouragement, showers us in encouragement. And who is our Timothy, who is the person that we pour into more, and we advise and we mentor. We all need one of those, and most importantly, we need someone who we just go to for advice and wisdom from God. So I'd encourage you to think about those three and find yourself three of those. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, and have a great day. Bye.